Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. This principle highlights the idea that personal growth is the foundation for all external success. Many people spend their lives trying to make more money, get promoted, or build businesses, yet they fail to realize that their external results will always be a reflection of their internal development. The key to achieving more in life is not just about working harder on tasks or putting in longer hours at a job. It is about becoming a person who naturally attracts success through continuous self-improvement. Your value to the marketplace is directly proportional to the skills, mindset, and abilities you develop over time. If you want to earn more, achieve more, and contribute more, the first step is to grow into the kind of person who deserves those rewards. Success is not something that happens by accident or luck. It is the result of deliberate effort in becoming a more knowledgeable, disciplined, and capable individual. One of the most effective ways to work on yourself is through reading and learning. Books contain the wisdom of those who have already walked the path of success. And by immersing yourself in learning, you gain insights that can transform the way you think and act. Beyond books, personal growth can come from attending seminars, surrounding yourself with mentors, and constantly seeking new perspectives. The more you expose yourself to new knowledge, the more equipped you become to handle challenges, seize opportunities, and elevate your life. Growth is not just about gaining knowledge, it is also about developing the right habits. Small daily improvements lead to massive changes over time. If you commit to just a little progress every day, whether it is improving your communication skills, strengthening your discipline, or refining your thinking, you will notice a compounding effect that sets you apart. Many people focus on external circumstances, believing that if they can just change their environment, their life will improve. However, real change starts from within. When you develop yourself, everything around you naturally starts to shift. One of the most important aspects of self-improvement is emotional intelligence. Learning how to manage your emotions, communicate effectively, and build strong relationships is just as important as technical skills. People who grow in emotional intelligence become better leaders, better decision makers, and better at handling life's inevitable obstacles. When you develop yourself in this area, you not only improve your personal life, but also increase your professional opportunities. The reality is that no one will come and hand you success. It must be earned through self-discipline, commitment, and a willingness to improve. When you focus on becoming a person of value, opportunities will come to you naturally. Your income, career growth, and overall success are merely byproducts of who you become in the process. If you commit to constant self-improvement, there will be no limit to what you can achieve. Those who dedicate themselves to working on their character, skills, and mindset will always find themselves ahead, regardless of the circumstances around them. Success is something you attract, not something you pursue. Many people spend their lives chasing after success, believing that if they just work harder, push more, or run faster, they will finally catch it. But success does not work that way. It is not something that is hunted down or forced into existence. Instead, it is something that naturally comes to those who prepare themselves to receive it. The key to achieving success is not in frantic pursuit, but in personal transformation. When you develop the right skills, mindset, and habits, success has no choice but to come to you. The world operates on a simple principle. Value attracts rewards. If you want more out of life, you must become more. You must increase your knowledge, sharpen your abilities, and refine your thinking. The marketplace rewards those who bring solutions, expertise, and unique contributions. Instead of running after success, focus on becoming the type of person who is worthy of it. The moment you shift your attention from chasing outcomes to improving yourself, you will notice that opportunities start to find you. Everything in life is governed by cause and effect. Many people focus only on the effects they desire, more money, better relationships, greater achievements, without working on the causes that produce those effects. Success is an effect. It is the result of disciplined action, strategic learning, and personal development. Those who dedicate themselves to improving their skills, expanding their knowledge, and refining their character will inevitably attract the outcomes they desire. It may not happen overnight, but with consistent effort, it becomes inevitable. Your mindset plays a crucial role in what you attract into your life. A person who believes in growth, possibility, and continuous improvement naturally positions themselves for success. On the other hand, a person who operates from a place of limitation, negativity, or self-doubt repels opportunities. Thoughts shape actions, and actions create results. If you focus on cultivating a mindset of confidence, resilience, and curiosity, you will draw success into your life without having to chase it. Another key factor in attracting success is the power of associations. The people you surround yourself with influence your thoughts, beliefs, and habits. If you spend time with those who are ambitious, growth-oriented, and disciplined, their energy will inspire you to reach higher. If you associate with those who complain, make excuses, and resist change, their mindset will hold you back. Choose your environment carefully because it plays a significant role in shaping your future. The process of becoming a person who attracts success is a lifelong journey. It requires constant self-improvement, discipline, and a willingness to embrace change. Rather than running after success in desperation, focus on becoming valuable, knowledgeable, and skilled. The more you work on yourself, the more success will come to you naturally. When you become the kind of person that success is drawn to, you will no longer need to chase it. It will find you. Set a higher standard for yourself. The quality of your life is determined by the standards you set and maintain. Many people live far below their potential, not because they lack talent or opportunity, but because they have accepted mediocrity as their norm. Raising your standards means refusing to settle for anything less than what you are truly capable of achieving. It means expecting more from yourself, demanding excellence in your actions, and committing to personal growth regardless of circumstances. When you set higher standards, you change the way you think, act, and respond to challenges. Instead of making excuses, you take responsibility. Instead of waiting for opportunities, you create them. Instead of being influenced by negativity, you develop the discipline to stay focused on your goals. Success is not about luck or external conditions. It is about the level of expectations you place on yourself. If you expect little, you will achieve little. If you expect more, you will push yourself to grow, improve, and accomplish greater things. Raising your standards begins with self-awareness. You must take an honest look at your life and identify areas where you have settled for less than you deserve. It could be in your career, relationships, health, or personal development. Once you recognize these areas, the next step is to commit to change. Growth happens when you refuse to tolerate anything below your full potential. When you raise your standards, you stop making excuses for failure and start finding solutions for success. One of the most powerful ways to elevate your standards is by changing your habits. Your daily actions shape your future. If you maintain the same habits, you will continue to get the same results. People who achieve greatness are those who hold themselves to higher standards in their daily routines. They wake up early, invest in learning, practice self-discipline, and take consistent action toward their goals. They do not allow laziness, procrastination, or fear to dictate their choices. They understand that true success comes from the small, repeated efforts that build momentum over time. Your environment also plays a crucial role in maintaining high standards. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, inspire you, and push you to be better. If you spend time with individuals who settle for less, you will be influenced to do the same. But if you associate with those who strive for excellence, their mindset and habits will encourage you to do the same. Choose an environment that supports your growth rather than limits it. Setting a higher standard for yourself is not about perfection, it is about progress. It is about consistently striving to improve, even when it is uncomfortable. It is about refusing to let past failures define your future. When you demand more from yourself, you unlock potential you never knew existed. You begin to see new opportunities, develop greater confidence, and achieve things that once seemed impossible. Raise your standards and your life will rise to meet them. The moment you commit to a higher level of excellence, everything around you begins to change. Develop a strong personal philosophy. The way you think, the beliefs you hold, and the values you live by shape the direction of your life. Every action you take is influenced by your personal philosophy, whether you are aware of it or not. Those who achieve success in any area have built a solid foundation of principles that guide their decisions, habits, and mindset. If you do not take the time to develop and refine your philosophy, You will be easily influenced by circumstances, opinions, and distractions that pull you away from your true potential. A strong personal philosophy is built on wisdom, self-discipline, and a commitment to growth. It requires a conscious effort to evaluate the way you see the world and determine whether your current beliefs are serving you or holding you back. Many people adopt philosophies based on their upbringing, social environment, or past experiences without questioning whether these perspectives align with their goals. True growth begins when you take responsibility for shaping your own philosophy rather than simply inheriting one from others. One of the most effective ways to develop a powerful philosophy is through continuous learning. Reading books, listening to insightful speakers, and seeking knowledge from those who have achieved success can provide valuable perspectives that help refine your thinking. The more you learn, the better you can identify principles that align with your values and aspirations. Knowledge allows you to make better decisions, avoid common pitfalls, and approach life with a greater sense of clarity and purpose. Your philosophy also determines how you handle challenges. Some people see obstacles as reasons to give up, while others see them as opportunities for growth. The difference lies in mindset. A person with a strong philosophy understands that setbacks are part of the journey and that persistence leads to success. They do not allow failure to define them, but instead use it as a lesson to improve and move forward. When you develop a mindset that embraces challenges, you become more resilient and capable of overcoming anything that stands in your way. Discipline is another key component of a strong personal philosophy. The way you choose to spend your time, the habits you cultivate, and the level of effort you put into your goals all stem from your beliefs about success and achievement. Those with a weak philosophy often rely on motivation, which fades over time. Those with a strong philosophy rely on discipline, which keeps them consistent regardless of circumstances. They do not wait for inspiration. They take action because their principles demand it. Your philosophy also shapes the way you interact with others. Integrity, respect, and kindness are the foundation of meaningful relationships. When you hold yourself to high ethical standards, people trust and respect you. The quality of your relationships, both personal and professional, is a direct reflection of the principles you uphold. Building a strong personal philosophy takes time, but it is one of the most valuable investments you can make. When you have clear, guiding principles, your decisions become easier, your confidence grows, and your path to success becomes more certain. The foundation of a great life is built on a great philosophy. Invest in continuous learning. The greatest asset you will ever have is your mind, and the best way to increase its value is through lifelong learning. Knowledge is one of the few things in life that cannot be taken from you. It shapes your decisions, enhances your abilities, and ultimately determines the level of success you can achieve. Those who commit to continuous learning always stay ahead because they are constantly expanding their understanding, improving their skills, and adapting to changes in the world around them. Learning should never stop after formal education. Many people make the mistake of believing that once they finish school, their learning phase is over. But the reality is that education is a lifelong process. The most successful individuals in any field are those who continue to read, study, and seek new knowledge long after their school years. They understand that growth never ends, and every new piece of information they acquire can be used to create better results in their personal and professional lives. Reading is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to invest in continuous learning. Books contain decades of experience, wisdom, and strategies from those who have already achieved success. By reading just a few pages every day, you can gain insights that would take years to learn through personal trial and error. Whether it is personal development, business, health, or relationships, every book you read adds to your knowledge base and equips you with the tools to make better decisions. In addition to books, learning can come from attending seminars, listening to educational podcasts, and seeking mentorship. Surrounding yourself with people who have more experience and knowledge than you can accelerate your growth. Learning directly from those who have already achieved what you desire allows you to avoid common mistakes and adopt proven strategies. A mentor, coach, or even a group of like-minded individuals can provide valuable perspectives that help you see things differently and make better choices. Another essential aspect of continuous learning is applying what you learn. Many people consume information but never take action on it. True learning happens when knowledge is put into practice. When you read a book, attend a seminar, or receive advice. The real transformation occurs when you implement those lessons in your daily life. Growth is not just about acquiring knowledge. It is about using it to improve yourself and create better outcomes. In today's fast-changing world, those who stop learning quickly fall behind. Industries evolve, technology advances, and new opportunities emerge constantly. The ability to adapt and acquire new skills is what separates those who thrive from those who struggle. Investing in continuous learning ensures that you remain relevant, competitive, and prepared for any challenge that comes your way. Developing the habit of learning requires commitment, but the rewards are limitless. Every new skill you develop, every insight you gain, and every lesson you apply brings you closer to your goals. Knowledge is a lifelong investment that pays dividends in every area of life. The more you learn, the more you grow, and the more opportunities you create for yourself. Master self-discipline, the ability to control your actions, stay consistent, and follow through on commitments is one of the most important traits for success in any area of life. Without discipline, even the best plans, biggest dreams, and greatest ambitions remain unfulfilled. Many people rely on motivation to take action, but motivation is temporary. It comes and goes based on emotions and external circumstances. Discipline, on the other hand, is what keeps you moving forward even when you don't feel like it. It is the foundation that turns goals into reality. Self-discipline begins with small daily habits. The way you do the little things is how you will do the big things. Developing discipline does not require massive changes overnight. It requires consistent effort in the small moment. Waking up early, exercising regularly, reading daily, and following through on promises to yourself are all examples of discipline in action. When you train yourself to stick to commitments in small ways, it becomes easier to stay consistent with bigger goals. One of the biggest obstacles to self-discipline is procrastination. Many people wait for the perfect time, the perfect feeling, or the perfect circumstances to take action. But waiting leads to inaction, and inaction leads to regret. The key to overcoming procrastination is to develop the habit of taking immediate action, even when conditions are not ideal. Action creates momentum, and momentum leads to progress. Once you start, it becomes easier to keep going. Another essential aspect of discipline is learning to delay gratification. Many people choose short-term pleasure over long-term success, which keeps them stuck in the same place. Whether it is choosing to watch television instead of working on a project, spending money on unnecessary things instead of saving, or eating unhealthy foods instead of maintaining a good diet, the ability to control impulses determines the quality of life. Discipline is about making sacrifices today for a better tomorrow. It is about choosing what you want most over what you want right now. Consistency is another key part of self-discipline. It is not about doing the right thing once or twice. It is about doing it repeatedly, even when no one is watching. The most successful individuals in any field are not necessarily the most talented, but they are the most consistent. They show up every day, put in the effort, and push themselves to improve. Over time, their disciplined actions compound, leading to extraordinary results. Discipline is also about controlling your mind. Negative thoughts, self-doubt, and fear can all interfere with progress. Training your mind to stay focused, ignore distractions, and push through discomfort is essential. The ability to maintain self-control, even in difficult moments, is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. Mastering self-discipline is not easy, but it is worth it. It is what allows you to take charge of your life, break bad habits, and build the future you desire. With discipline, anything is possible. Without it, even the best opportunities will be wasted. Take responsibility for your life. Everything you experience, your successes, failures, happiness, and struggles, is ultimately shaped by the choices you make. Many people spend their lives blaming circumstances, other people, or external factors for their situation. But real progress begins when you take full ownership of your life. When you stop making excuses and start accepting responsibility, you gain the power to change your future. The moment you realize that your life is in your hands, you become the one in control. Blaming external factors may feel easy, but it leads to a life of stagnation. When you blame the economy, your upbringing, bad luck, or other people, you give away your power. You put your future in the hands of things you cannot control. Taking responsibility means recognizing that while you may not control everything that happens to you, you always control how you respond. Your reactions, decisions, and mindset determine your outcomes. Those who take responsibility stop focusing on what is wrong and start working on what they can improve. Personal responsibility is about owning both successes and failures. Many people are quick to take credit when things go well, but just as quick to make excuses when things go wrong. True growth happens when you accept both. When you succeed, recognize the habits, discipline, and mindset that got you there so you can repeat them. When you fail, do not make excuses or shift blame. Instead, analyze what went wrong, learn from the experience, and make adjustments. Every failure carries a lesson, but only if you are willing to take responsibility and learn from it. Taking responsibility also means refusing to be a victim. It is easy to dwell on past mistakes, unfair situations, or challenges beyond your control, but staying in a victim mentality keeps you stuck. Those who take responsibility refuse to let setbacks define them. They understand that while they cannot change the past, they can always shape the future. Every day offers a new opportunity to make better choices, develop stronger habits, and move toward a better life. One of the biggest benefits of taking responsibility is the sense of empowerment it brings. When you acknowledge that your actions determine your outcomes, you stop waiting for someone else to fix things for you. You stop depending on luck, waiting for the right moment, or expecting others to change. Instead, you take initiative, seek solutions, and make things happen. You become the driver of your life, not a passenger. Taking responsibility also builds trust and respect. In personal relationships, people appreciate those who admit mistakes, learn from them, and take action to improve. In professional settings, leaders who take responsibility earn the trust of their teams and create an environment of accountability. Those who always shift blame lose credibility, while those who take ownership gain respect. Life changes when you decide to take full responsibility for where you are and where you are going. No one else is responsible for your success, happiness, or growth. It is entirely up to you. The sooner you accept this, the sooner you can take control and create the life you truly want. Surround yourself with the right people. The people you spend the most time with have a powerful influence on your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Whether you realize it or not, your environment plays a major role in shaping your mindset, habits, and success. If you are surrounded by negative, unmotivated, or complacent individuals, their attitudes will slowly become your own. On the other hand, if you choose to associate with ambitious, growth-minded, and disciplined people, you will naturally rise to their level. The company you keep has the power to either lift you up or hold you back. Your associations influence your standards. People tend to adopt the behaviors and expectations of those around them. If you spend time with those who settle for mediocrity, avoid challenges, or make excuses, it becomes easy to do the same. But if you surround yourself with individuals who strive for excellence, hold themselves accountable, and constantly work to improve, you will be inspired to do the same. Excellence is contagious, just as complacency is. Choosing to spend time with those who push you to be better will naturally elevate your expectations for yourself. The right people challenge you to grow. They do not allow you to stay comfortable or stagnant. Instead, they encourage you to think bigger, work harder, and push past your limits. They are the ones who remind you of your potential when you doubt yourself. They provide constructive criticism, offer valuable insights, and push you to reach higher. Growth happens when you are surrounded by those who refuse to let you settle for less than what you are capable of achieving. Another benefit of surrounding yourself with the right people is the opportunities they bring. Success is often the result of the right connections, collaborations, and relationships. Being in an environment of high-achieving individuals exposes you to new ideas, fresh perspectives, and valuable opportunities that you might not have encountered otherwise. The right network opens doors, provides mentorship, and helps you navigate challenges with wisdom and experience. Choosing the right people also means limiting time with those who drain your energy. Negative, toxic, or unmotivated individuals can hold you back by filling your mind with doubt, fear, or discouragement. It is important to recognize when relationships are no longer serving your growth and have the courage to distance yourself from those who do not align with your vision. Protecting your mindset and energy is crucial for long-term success. Surrounding yourself with the right people does not mean only seeking out successful individuals. It also means being the kind of person others want to be around. Contribute value to your relationships, be supportive, and lift others up as well. The strongest relationships are built on mutual growth, encouragement, and shared ambition. Your environment determines your future. If you want to succeed, make sure you are in the right company. Be intentional about who you surround yourself with, and you will find that your mindset, actions, and results will transform for the better. The right people will challenge, inspire, and push you to become the best version of yourself.